would identify as some of the landmark achievements over these past 50 years?
As educational development has grown, really we had a lot of development over these 50 years. If we even start to look at the number of schools that we may have at independence and the way that we have been having expansion as far as both the primary or basic level and post-basic are concerned, and even looking at the tertiary levels of education, we can see the expansion that we have been having, even though that also goes a long way with the population growth that we have been having in the country. So looking at the number of schools that we have, looking at the expansion even with the coming of the private schools that we are also having both at the level of the primary, secondary, even at the tertiary levels, including state-owned universities, and then looking at the issue of approaching the quality and quantity issue that have been the major focus of the education sector is something that I can say we are really doing great. So of course we can say that we have been producing a number of graduates, so the issue of enlightenment has become higher, and even the northern part of the country that we have been battling with the issue of education, I can say that we are now beginning to make a lot of progress, even with the girls' child education that remained a real issue. Only recently we launched access campaign for girls' education in the north, and we have seen how states are partnering with us to be able to now continue to expand the issue of girls' education. So I can say if you look at the whole concept of education compared to what was in 1960 and the number of people that are educated at this level, we can say that really we have moved forward. But the major issue that we are still battling with is what we have to continue to address, that is the issue of having quality in the system. That over the years, unfortunately, we are beginning to see some problems. But of course, with what we are having in place now, we are really facing the challenge of quality. And I know in the next few years we can be able to see better. Hopefully, even for those that can witness the next 50 years, it will definitely be a greater history than now.
Yeah, not long from now we'll be marching into the next 50 years of the country's history as an independent nation. So what policy directions do we expect to drive that?
Yes, definitely we will expect the major critical issue that will guide our policy direction will be the quality issue. We will wish that the education sector will be recognized with that aspect of quality, because as I mentioned, what we have been battling with over this particularly in recent years is the issue of even having graduates of various levels of education that actually, due to one problem or the other, do not really answer their own certificates. So as such, our major focus, our major issue that we really move our policy towards is the issue of having quality across the sector. Right now, we have developed a one-year strategy document that is guiding this administration, and it is focusing on 6 critical areas: the issue of access, the issue of quality, the issue of teacher education, which is a real issue, that if you don't have quality teachers who continue to be battling with the issue of quality. We also have the issue of technical and vocational education. And then, of course, we have the issue also of strengthening the system to ensure that we do have quality assurance in terms of having the inspectorate to be on its feet, to expand it, to enhance it, to ensure that the quality is there. But all the critical areas that we do have, we want quality to cut across, so that any student that can graduate from any level of education in this country will wish that based on the quality that will be emphasizing, that they will definitely answer their own certificates like we used to have before. So that quality will be the focus. It will be the main guiding principle of this administration in the next 50 years.
The nation has a vision to emerge among the world's 20 topmost economies by the year 2020. And we think that the human capacity will play a major role in realizing that national objective.
Sure.
So how can we galvanize the resources in the education sector to make this happen?
Yes, definitely education is a very big area that will have to be enhanced in order to actually we actualize the Vision 2020 for this nation. And as far as that is concerned, we really will have to enhance the quality, as I mentioned, of our graduates. And then not even the quality, but that to ensure that they have the required skills that they can be able to develop themselves. Because we have even realized that even though we are producing graduates, and we may enhance their own quality, but if we do not have the actual, we do not prepare them for the skills that they can do on their own, then certainly we have to continue to now produce liabilities for the nation, because we do not have government jobs that they can be able to now be employed then to work with. So as such, what we will have to do in order to enhance and to ensure that issue of Vision 2020 for this nation is to, for the secondary school levels and the primary school levels, we want to enhance the issue of technical and vocational education in the curriculum, so that as they graduate, at least they have something that they can work on. But then for the tertiary levels, we have just started, and of course we continue to address the issue of entrepreneurship education in all the tertiary institutions, so that our graduates can be on their own. They can be employers of labor instead of them to become graduates and now start looking for jobs. So we want to enhance the issue of human resources in terms of producing our graduates that can really be employers of labor, which will enhance the issue of actualizing that Vision 2020 for this nation.
Thank you, Madam. Would you want to give us a message that could give hope and inspiration to the believers in the Nigerian project as we celebrate?
Yeah, definitely there is hope. 50 years ago, Nigeria has not been like this. And of course, with the development that we are having, and then with the system that we have in place, we really do have hope. And that issue of keeping together, of unity that we have in this country, of forging ahead together, no matter what, no matter the crisis, no matter the problems, that will definitely continue to guide this nation. And definitely in the next few years, particularly in the next 50 years, it will be a better history than we have today.
Lastly, we request you to tell us about yourself, just for the sake of profiling you.
Yes, I'm Professor Rukayat Ahmed Rufai, OON, Honorable Minister for the Ministry of Education, Federal Republic of Nigeria, from Jigawa State. And I have been a Commissioner for Education before the appointment. Of course, I am a lecturer by profession, lecturer at Bahrain University, Kano. And that is where I am even now, even though I'm married with 5 children and 2 grandchildren.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I didn't even know you are 3, but I have this